Hello, Patriots. I'm Lee Watts, and this is Patriot Point, your source for Kentucky news and analysis from a conservative, Christian, and common sense point of view. Well, releasing Patriot Point one day early this week, so it'll come out right on Thanksgiving. So I thought this week it would be good to go over things that we as Kentucky conservatives can really be thankful for this holiday season. One of the things that I am thankful for is that we have Kentucky legislators that I've spoken to this year that are already writing bills for 2024. One of them to say we're going to have the money follow the student. Instead of sending your tax money to a system that is using that to indoctrinate kids in a radical leftist agenda, this idea of the money following the student, wonderful, and I'm very thankful that is being proposed for next year. I am thankful for some Kentucky legislators who are saying we need to limit or get rid of the certificate of need, which has allowed certain hospitals to have monopolies over all kinds of healthcare facilities throughout the entire state. It has limited healthcare access to tens, if not hundreds of thousands of Kentuckians. And I'm thankful for those legislators that are working right now to limit or restrict that. I am thankful for conservative media outlets such as OAN or Newsmax or even here on Patriot Point, how we're giving the proverbial smackdown to the leftist mainstream media. And all kinds of Americans, a lot of them right here in Kentucky, are leaving those liberal bias sources and are seeking out conservative sources for their news. And I am very thankful for that. I am thankful that my conservative friends don't come with trigger warnings because the liberals do, or at least they ought to come with trigger warnings. I am thankful for my safe space. And if you're curious what my safe space is any space where I'm walking around with my .357 revolver in my pocket. I feel very safe there. I am thankful that it was not the Republican Party that created the KKK. In fact, it was, let's see, what party was that? Oh, yeah, it was the Democratic Party that created the KKK. And I'm thankful to be a part of the GOP that was fighting against that from literally the day that it was invented. I am thankful that Argentina, which has been destroyed by the socialists, I am thankful that Argentina just elected a conservative to be their new president. He has said already in the first few days that he wants to downsize their federal government by about 85%. I would also be thankful if we had a U.S. president that would have that same opinion. Speaking of presidents, I am still thankful that Hillary Clinton is not the president. If Hillary Clinton was president, then I'm sure conservative commentators such as myself, we all probably would have committed suicide if Hillary Clinton were president. So I'm really grateful that she is not. I am very grateful for Miss Riley Gaines. She was a student from the University of Kentucky, and that Kentucky student got nationwide attention and great victories in standing up for women and women's sports. And I am very thankful that she was from right here in Kentucky, how she brought attention to that and won some great victories. Speaking of the ladies, I am thankful for conservative women who don't think that masculinity is toxic. And I'm really thankful for those things. I am extra thankful for some true America First conservatives who are stepping up and running for office to primary some GOP rhinos. A rhino stands for Republican in name only, and I'm glad we got some true conservatives running against them. Now, whenever I say something like that, I always get some politician to be like, hey, you shouldn't be telling people to primary us. Let me ask you this. If you get upset because I say a true conservative should run against a fake Republican, then you're probably one of the people that needs to be replaced. I'm Lee Watson. I approve that message. I am thankful that I do not live in Cincinnati on Thanksgiving. And if you don't understand why, then you need to get on YouTube and look up something called WKRP Thanksgiving. I am thankful that I never took the shot. And there's a bunch of us who never took it. And we are increasingly thankful every time we see somebody just die suddenly, drop dead for no apparent reason. I am thankful that I grew up in a generation that realized people don't just drop dead suddenly with a heart attack with no symptoms before, relatively young and otherwise healthy people. Because you realize there's an entire generation growing up thinking that that's just normal, which it is. It was never that way before. And I am thankful that I was around before that happened. I am thankful that I was taught that men cannot get pregnant. And if you think otherwise, you are denying all of the science ever. I am thankful that men cannot get pregnant. Not only that I know that, and I'm thankful it doesn't happen. Because if it was up to men, then the human race would die off. So the ladies stepped up, and good for them, because it wouldn't have happened if it would have been up to men. I am thankful that I was taught the difference between a man and a woman. And by the way, it has nothing to do with your opinion. And if you think it does, then you are also, again, denying all of the science. I also approve that message. I am thankful that it's the conservative side that has most of the guns. I can say that with 100% certainty. We definitely have more guns than the liberals. I am thankful, and this may surprise some people, I'm thankful for the trolls that watch the program. A troll is somebody on the internet, and they'll kind of stalk you just to give you a hard time. And we have several trolls that will watch Patriot Point and try to put nasty comments on there about me or the program or what we're trying to stand for, because it just lets me know, hey, you're watching the program. Maybe I can get something good into you. And by the way, every time you watch it, you're bumping up our numbers, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful I wasn't the guy who was in this thing when it blew over. Yes, there was actually somebody in there when that happened. And finally, I am thankful for you. People who watch Patriot Point. Do you realize in the last 3 years since we started this, we have now more than 11,600 people who subscribe to Patriot Point every week. It's grown to all of those subscribers, more than 30 radio stations, one TV station, and on several podcast platforms. And so I am thankful that we have so many conservative Kentuckians that say, I want to find out what's going on and be active. I'm thankful that I have all kinds of legislators that will contact me because the people of Kentucky are contacting them because of things they learned on Patriot Point. You are making a difference. Every week I end the program with saying that liberty is not a spectator sport. And I'm thankful for you who have stood up and have actually started being active and making a difference and are on the front lines. And that is, I'm incredibly thankful for all you people who have been really active to make that little motto a reality. So those are some of the things that I and I think other conservatives should really be thankful for this Thanksgiving season. And of course, tomorrow is going to be Black Friday. A lot of people going out doing their first part of their Christmas shopping. I think something I would be very thankful for is when you go out to do some of your shopping for this Christmas, if you get some of the books that I've written from a conservative standpoint. We have this one here. It's called The Coming One. It's a spy thriller that talks about the dangers of a cashless society. And I'll have a link where you can get that on Amazon. And then I wrote another one called The War of the Realms. It's an action-adventure trilogy talking about the dangers of when patriots become outlaws and the fight to win their country back. Then I've done 2 books on theology. One of them is called Weighed in the Balances. It compares different Bible versions and actually shows where they actually teach different things. Then another one called Omega Hours, which is a verse-by-verse dissertation and commentary through the book of the Revelation. And again, all of these things are on Amazon, and I'll have links to these in the description of this video. If you'd like to get any of these books, all of available on Amazon right now. So these are different things that I think that conservatives can really be thankful for this Thanksgiving season. And until next week, I'm Lee Watts for Patriot Point, reminding you that liberty is not a spectator sport.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.